mercy! Evil begets evil!
What up, everybody? This is your boy DJ Mixmaster, and welcome back to Soul Calibur 3. So, last video we ended doing the Tale of Souls of one of Soul Calibur 3's newest characters, that being Zasalamel. And so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next tale, and that is going to be Yoshimitsu. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yoshimitsu formed the Manjotu, a band of Robin Hood-like thieves, and acted to protect the weak while simultaneously working to destroy all fragments of Soul Edge. One day, he put into action a large-scale maneuver that involved stealing valuables and a fragment of Soul Edge at the same time, but the project ended in failure. His vanguard force, which had targeted a fragment, was attacked and wiped out, and the resulting chaos caused the mission to fall apart. Afterwards, a theory arose that the leader of the vanguard unit had attacked his own men, taken the fragment, and fled. However, Yoshimitsu could not believe that this man would betray his trust. Quieting the murmurs of his men, Yoshimitsu ordered them to first locate the whereabouts of the fragment. Feeling that this was the work of the cursed sword, Yoshimitsu also set out on a quest of his own to discover the truth. Episode 1. The shadow of the cursed sword seemed to lurk behind the scenes of this incident. If he could find his vanquished subordinate, then he should be able to learn whether or not his fears were groundless. Several months after beginning his journey, Yoshimitsu obtained a slight clue. Following it, he pursued his missing subordinate to the distant land of Egypt. The man was supposed to be traveling somewhere nearby. Upon hearing that a nearby temple had been destroyed, Yoshimitsu hurried to investigate. Perhaps he would learn something there.
Anticipation building in his heart, he turns his eyes to the path before him.
Or not, die! Alright, I'm getting pumped up!
Versus Young Sung, fight!
All right.
Those without courage oppress the weak.
As he crossed swords with his opponent, Yoshimitsu came to realize that the man before him, that the man bore him no ill will. He seemed slightly scared. The man had probably snuck into the temple just as Yoshimitsu had. Yoshimitsu waited for him to calm down. According to the man, he was on a journey in search of Soul Edge. He had come here suspecting that the destruction might have been the work of the cursed sword. Yoshimitsu knocked the man unconscious and left the temple. Was the cursed sword involved, just as he had thought? Alright, so we get to continue pursuing the missing subordinate or search for Soul Edge. We're gonna go ahead and search for Soul Edge. If Yoshimitsu were going to pursue the cursed sword, he would need pertinent information about it. The best of his knowledge, the most detailed information was to be found in that vertical shaft. Yoshimitsu traveled to a small island in the Mediterranean Sea in which the grave of a man who had pursued Soul Edge lay. Paying careful attention to his surroundings, he entered the shaft. The last time he had come here, there had been no guardian, but he was certain one existed, and that guardian would surely show no mercy to grave robbers.
The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword.
Thou shalt be slain! My apologies!
I suggest you run away, quickly.
Versus Thief, fight! You win.
I am Yoshimitsu. Behold my magnificence.
Versus Voldo. Fight.
Woo! All right.
You win.
Nothing is as it seems.
He defeated the Guardian, but the only information to be found in the tomb was old. Yoshimitsu set out to pursue Soul Edge on his own. In one city, he succeeded in locating someone claiming to know the Azure Knight, the man who had wielded the cursed sword. Yoshimitsu headed at once for the clock tower in which the man was said to lurk. However, something was amiss. He couldn't help but feel that things were going too smoothly. Yoshimitsu proceeded with caution.
This is absurd. You are not worthy to find the sword. I shall kill you here and now. You're quicker than I thought. I was wrong about you.
So that is how it shall be.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight. You win.
Heaven's net is wide, but lets nothing through.
The sword? Do you mean Soul Edge? I place my curse upon you, warrior of the Far East. The man with the scythe disappeared into darkness without answering his question. A feeling of undeniable fear washed over Yoshimitsu, and he gripped his weapon tightly, even though the man's presence was long gone. Alright, so we can either pursue him or continue. So we're going to go ahead and pursue. Yoshimitsu followed the trail of the man with the scythe, but he soon lost him. It seemed he wasn't going to allow himself to be tailed that easily. He had escaped the pursuit of Yoshimitsu. This was no ordinary man. Further searching for the man would likely be a waste of time. Yoshimitsu was concerned about the man, but it would be better to either continue to search for Soul Edge or once again pursue his missing subordinate. Alright, so once again, either Soul Edge or the subordinate. This time we're going to go ahead and search for the subordinate. Deciding that it would be best to return to his original plan and locate his missing subordinate, Yoshimitsu traveled throughout the land. Eventually, hearing rumors of someone who sounded like the man he sought, he went to the temple of the ancient Greek god of the forge, Hephaestus. Soul Edge was a powerful weapon. It appeared that the person Yoshimitsu was seeking was investigating the cursed sword. Just then, a swordswoman, likely the guardian of the temple, blocked his path.
A light of hope for the future shines in her eyes.
Thy life I shall take.
I'm ready to fight you.
Versus Sophitia. Fight.
my magnificence!
Yoshimitsu felt like he was being watched. We're gonna go ahead and hurry on ahead. The old gods told him nothing, and he gained nothing in Greece. Seeking further information, Yoshimitsu pursued the trail of his missing subordinate. He eventually entered the land of Persia and traveled to a certain ruin in the desert. He had heard a rumor that the man he sought had headed there, but he saw no signs of him. Could this be the wrong ruin?
All you had to do was die quietly, but now...
Versus Astaroth. Fight!
Unimpressive!
Woo!
You win!
Dead men tell no tales.
After defeating the giant, Yoshimitsu discovered amongst the rubble the exhausted, barely recognizable form of his former subordinate. Upon seeing Yoshimitsu, the man showed surprise, but displayed a peaceful smile. The expression on his face was one of trust. Yoshimitsu was now certain that the man had not betrayed him. The man's wounds were deep, and he was very weak. His life would soon burn out if nothing was done. Yoshimitsu's treatment was successful, and the man finally recovered. Before once again setting out on his journey, Yoshimitsu obtained information from him. During the mission, the Vanguard unit encountered a foreign girl with a strange weapon. The unit leader had heard from Yoshimitsu about the cursed sword and realized that the girl was corrupted by evil energy. She wiped out his men in an instant and took the fragment, leaving the leader with no choice but to follow after her. The man ended his tale by informing Yoshimitsu that he had come to this land following rumors of a man clad in azure armor who wielded a bizarrely shaped sword. This man had left Europe and headed east. It was the Azure Knight. It was true then. That man who had once brought devastation as the wielder of Soul Edge had arisen once more. Yoshimitsu headed east. During his travels, he heard rumors of a young man who was purging evil energy as he traveled throughout the land. Perhaps this youth knew something that could be of use.
His eyes reveal a man of renewed purpose.
It is I, Yoshimitsu!
Listen, my soul rages with strength.
Versus Kilik. Fight!
No! Ah!
You lose.
Pretty strong, but not enough to beat me.
Damn. Ah! I get so far, man.
From the other side.
I'll show you the way of the Ling Shang Su.
Versus Kilik. Fight!
His encounter with the young man who could exercise evil energy was of great benefit to Yoshimitsu. He obtained new information regarding the cursed sword and continued his journey with renewed enthusiasm. In one city, he heard rumors of a warrior who boasted that he would destroy Soul Edge. Just who was this person? Did he know where Soul Edge was? Alright, consider the empty boasting and continue to search, or to search for the warrior in question. We're gonna go ahead and search for the warrior. Yoshimitsu soon determined the warrior's location, but the man in question was said to have been holed up in the ruins of a giant labyrinth for some time. Many people had lost their way in the labyrinth and were never seen again. The local people tried to stop him from going there for his own sake. The entrance to the labyrinth was indeed a fearsome sight, but it was not enough to strike fear into Yoshimitsu. He lit his torch and stepped inside.
The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword.
I shall show the errors of thy way.
I shall vanquish the evils of the ages.
Versus unknown soul. Fight! You win!
Thy life is mine.
Whew! His enemy retreated, perhaps having judged the battle lost. His withdrawal was flawless, and Yoshimitsu thought to himself that this man must be a warrior of great skill and experience. He was impressive enough to make Yoshimitsu wish that the Manjutsu had more men of his caliber. After this, Yoshimitsu continued exploring, but he was almost out of food, and his strength was recovering poorly. What to do? We're gonna proceed further in. As he proceeded further in, the air grew thicker. For a while now, he had been feeling the presence of someone ahead of him, and he was experiencing a strange sense of unease. Several moments later, he learned the reason why. The presence ahead of him was draped in evil energy. The instant the sight greeted his eyes, his body tensed. The girl before him wielded a strange circular weapon.
Commanding a raven army, she travels from shadow to shadow.
Only the strong shall prevail.
I can't wait to see you in pieces.
Versus Tira. Fight!
You win. Suffering of the ages cometh in infinite forms.
Having avenged his men, Yoshimitsu let out a deep breath. He no longer felt the fearsome evil energy from the collapsed body of the girl. She may have been his enemy, but he could not help but feel pity for her twisted fate. Just how deep did this labyrinth go? He was no longer even certain whether he was proceeding deeper inside. Still, there was nothing to do now but keep moving forward. It sucks I had that one loss, man. Oh, we were so close. In the end, he obtained nothing from the labyrinth. Yoshimitsu put the land behind him and resumed his pursuit of Soul Edge. Perhaps his persistent information gathering had finally paid off, for he succeeded in picking up the trail of the one who wielded Soul Edge and arrived at a cathedral in an area far from civilization. He felt no human presence within the quiet halls of the cathedral, but a cold presence hung in the air. In this place lurked the source of all the evil, Soul Edge.
I'm impressed that you made it this far. Not bad at all. My dream is about to be realized. You however, are not worthy of witnessing this glorious moment. Leave this place at once.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight!
Unimpressive.
Yeah, we're gonna put a stop to that.
You win!
A mighty bolt of lightning travels in many directions.
Impressive. I did not expect such power. But I did not come all this way just to die here.
My blade cries for thy blood.
Versus Abyss. Fight!
Let's go! I'm still mad at the fact I only lost that one time, man. We were so close.
Over here! I found him! Capture him!
Alright, y'all. So, that was the Tale of Souls of Yoshimitsu. And with that, I believe this is a good place to take a break. Next video, we'll move on to the next soul. So, like and comment on the video. Subscribe for more gameplay. And with that, see ya. Peace.